Hey, this is Chelsea from digitalartteacher.com. In this video, we'll be discussing some simple text formatting techniques. All the formatting tools you need for text can be found in the Properties panel, but it will only appear when I have the text box selected. Remember, the Properties panel changes based on the object that you have selected. Let's look at some main formatting options for text. Here in the Character panel, you can change the font, weight, and the size. This first box contains the font. Right now, the default Minion Pro is selected. To change this, click on the down arrow to the right of the font. Once there, you'll see a list of fonts that you can scroll through. But if you don't find the font you want, you can click Find More to browse Adobe fonts. Any of these fonts can be downloaded onto your machine by clicking the little cloud to the right of the font. If there is an arrow to the left of the font, this means that there are different attributes available. For example, regular or italic. If you click the Activate cloud on the main font title, then it will download all of the fonts within this font family. And if you click on one of these, then it will download just that font attribute. You'll know that it has downloaded when the check mark shows up next to your fonts. If you like this font but it's not exactly what you're looking for, you can click Show Similar Fonts, and it will show you all of the different fonts that look like the font you selected. You can also add a library of your favorite fonts by clicking on the star next to the font. If you're familiar with typography, it may be useful for you to know that you can filter fonts. This is one of my favorite updates to the Adobe Suite. You can not only filter by category, but you can also filter by specific font properties. Here you can also see your favorites, the fonts that you've used recently, and this one will show you only the fonts that you have on your computer. The second box in your font window are your font attributes or the font families. This particular one has two options, regular and italic. Next, you'll see the size options. You can change this in 3 different ways. You can click the arrow to move up 1 point at a time. You can double click and type a specific size and press enter. Or you can click the drop down arrow and find some default sizes. Those 3 options are available with all of these last options. You can play around with these if you want to, but I won't be going over them with you at this point. These 3 dots give you more options for your characters. If nothing appears to happen when you change one of these options, don't be alarmed. It probably just means that it's not something that affects one single line of text like a title. So go ahead and explore the different character options available to you. Change the font of the title to something that appeals to you. Once you've done that, I'll see you in the next video.